Okay, guys, welcome back, and we're going to start this. I believe the fifth or sixth. I think it's the fifth match of the day. 30 players in this field, so I think we're going to have a late night. This is going to be a great match. It's going to be it's Damian ALISHAN versus Fach GARCIA. And to be honest with you, I really can't tell you who's gonna take this. I mean, Fach GARCIA is always a favorite to be in the top four, and so is Damian. So good luck to both players. This is race to two. Looks like Damian's won the break. And we got action, folks. We got action. Let's check out this break. Nice, nice. It's a good break. The cue ball's a little low, but what's important is he didn't send it. Well, he didn't send much to Fach's side, but Fach is going to return now. He's going to return the ball, the two ball back to his side. He might even, yeah, he banked the 7 into the 2 into the 7. And just like that, he's turned it around, except that the stack is frozen together on Damian's side. So Damian's going to have to, on Fach's side. So let's see how these guys fare. Now, Damian might have a bank. Not the easiest bank, but he might have a bank on this 8 ball. Doesn't look like he's playing it. I think he's trying to just kick and make the 7. That's a good shot. That's a good shot. And you know what? That helps him greatly. You know, the cue ball was a little low on this break, and that's why Damian was on the defensive of that shot. Chico's back with me.
Good to be back here. And
So it's already 1-0 Fach, ball count.
alrighty.
Yeah.
And if you're just joining us, I found out earlier, before we went on the air, that this tournament started 30 years ago and that they're in their 31st year.
Yes. Yeah. Come on, we were talking about that a little earlier.
Yeah, well, before we sat down and went on the air, Catfish gave me a little history on it, Dan.
Oh, good, good. Hold on a second. So what did Catfish tell you?
Well, he said that he and Ken Tomlinson were the first to start this tournament, and that back in the day, Catfish used to bring a lot of catfish, cook it, and um, they had some good eating back in those days.
Hence the nickname, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's originally from Louisiana too, isn't he? Or New? Yeah.
Somewhere in the South, can't remember exactly.
Look at this. Damian might be playing this into the 8 bank shot. I don't know. No. What a shot! Oh, robbed. Absolutely robbed, and that's gonna break his heart. I tell you.
Makes one but owes two. Is that how that works?
He made one, but owes one, but he puts the ball that he made out as well. So he, yeah, essentially owes 2, but now he owes 1 because he paid 1, paid the one that he made.
Sometimes
Such a good shot too.
Sometimes you never know where the cue ball ends up on a move like that.
Well, he was putting some, he's putting some gas on the shot, and he had to kick it hard in order to move those balls toward his hole. But he saw a dead ball. He saw a dead ball, and it's just not fair that it.
I did not see the cue ball scratching in the side like that though.
That's a good shot. Damian's got to turn this around. He broke, so with Fach breaking next, it's pretty important that Damian wins the first game for Damian. And he's going to make the 9, but he was trying to, that shot was multi-purpose. He wanted to put pressure on Fach, and he made Fach's ball, and he didn't really get what he wanted out of that shot. What he wanted to do was hide more behind the 8 ball. So Fach can cut the 2 and knock the 13 2 rails around table. He'll essentially move both balls away from Damian's pocket.
And Fach is a semi-pro, right?
Yeah, I can't remember what the ranking system is here, but yeah, you've got him. You've got him at the interesting. You've got him rated in the middle, I think. Or is he? No, he's rated a top player here. I have to run by Dave on this because they've changed it. They've called it something now. They've got colors. There's a green tier or something like that. Red tier. I don't know what it is. But anyway, I kind of like the shot he should, like the. Wow. Fach should have played that other shot earlier, I think, but he decided to be aggressive. And Damian did not take advantage of it the way he should have. So Damian's paid up. It's 3-0. Two, four, six. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 11. Sacrifice ball. This game's not anywhere near over. Four to 1. Damian's got to win this the hard way now, from behind.
He actually pushed away from the stack.
Just bunting the ball. They're not going to get away with this for too long because the Martin rule will bring the balls back down table.
So they're trying to avoid that, though, right? If they can.
Well, it's not necessarily about avoiding it. It's just that, you have to just be conscious of the cue ball, knowing that balls are going to be spotted back up. It's not about avoiding it, really. They're just trying to play the right shot and make the, and at the given situation they're in.
And just make the right decision.
Yeah, just play the right shot, Going up table is sometimes the best shot. You're just going up table is okay. You just have to remember one of those balls is going to be spotted. You can still go up table, but one ball is going to constantly be getting spotted back up. So it just prevents the game from going fully up table. So you don't have to be scared of the Martin rule. You just have to be conscious of it.
Every time when I go to a tournament, I learn something new all the time.
Well, that's what it should be, a learning experience. If you're not learning, you're not living, my friend.
No, you're not.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. If Damian plays this right, he can catch up pretty easily. He might be able to take the lead. It's a tall order, the 10 and the 2. They don't go to the corner pocket unless you're on the short side of the 2, the 10. The 2, I don't think, has a clear path. The point of the side pocket's in the way, but let's see. One ball at a time, right?
Yep.
Whoa.
Wow. I have more fun watching pool tournaments than I do when I play wheelchair basketball.
So do I. So do I, Chico. We have that in common.
Yep.
Well, I think that's 8. Fach can. Yeah.
Let's see, is it?
Yeah, he's done. That's game. Game 1-0. 1-0, 14-minute game. Hope you guys are enjoying this this month's broadcast of the Hard Times One Pocket Tournament. The Hard Times Monthly One Pocket, first Saturday of the month, October 4th, 2019. POVPOOL, sponsored by West State Billiards, Simonis Cloth, and JB Cases. Also want to give a shout out to Eddie Aregwin at Hard Times Billiards, thanking you for allowing us to provide this live coverage. And thanks to all the players for letting me come out and record them trusting me with my commentary on their matches. It's a lot of pressure for me, you know. I gotta I gotta make everybody look good, even when they don't look good.
Well, you're good at what you do, and you're the best at it, and that's
Oh
why.
no, I'm not. There's no best. You can be the best in pool, but there's no best in coverage. There's a lot of good coverage out there. Thank you, though.
You're welcome.
I know I'm not the best. I'm just my own flavor.
In my eyes, you are.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You need to take that blindfold off there. Take that. You need you need your eyes checked, bro. Get those eyes checked.
Okay.
Gotta make you an appointment for the octagonacologist, whatever it is.
Optometrist.
Yeah, him too. That'd be your second appointment. Lifetime. It's Lifetime. This is Lifetime, bro. People get ready. There's a train a-coming. You know that song?
Yep, picking up passengers from coast to coast.
Yeah. All you need is faith to get the diesel humming. Isn't that it?
Yep, that's it.
Don't need no ticket. You just
Get
on
board.
board. That's right. There's a train a-coming.
And they can get on board with POVPOOL.
Oh, thank you, bro. In your eyes.
Yep, that's right.
You know who wrote that song?
A guy by the name of Curtis Mayfield.
Yes, bro. Yes, I know. Yes.
My church is having
Curtis Mayfield, bro.
My church is having me do a gospel version of that in the morning before I come here for the 9-ball.
All right. It's a great song, man. It's a great song. I woke up today thinking about that song. Like, I was whistling it. And Geraldine said, "What song is that?" Because I was just whistling it, you know?
Yeah.
I said, "Come on now. It's time to go to school." Put that song on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
That's what, when Rod Stewart did it, and it was Jeff Beck on guitar. What a shot. What a shot. Some of the usual suspects here sitting in the bleachers.
Mm-hmm.
Usual suspect. Calvin making sweat bets. $20 sweat bets. Hey, John, you ever need to make a sweat bet? You just talk to that guy right there. That's right. That's right. Jesse Andrews says, I don't think there's enough chalk on the table. What do you think? Let me see.
No, there's more than enough. There's 4 pieces.
No, there's like 6 pieces. I don't think that's enough. We need more chalk. We always need more chalk. Woo! Now notice how hard he hit that. He played the cue ball around the table, and for what he had, that was a great shot. That was a very good shot. He would have liked to be right behind that 14. Wow, is Damian going to bank the 13 here, or is he cutting the 14? What is that? The 12.
No,
He's banking the 13. All right, so actually right here is a tough situation. Fach, see where the one ball is?
yes.
It's really hard for Fach to remove that ball. Okay, never mind. He proved me wrong. And this is why I am not the best.
Okay. Is Fach using a Rebo shaft on his cue?
I'm sorry. Say that again.
It's Fach using a Rebo shaft on
No,
his cue.
it looks like a Q-Tech shaft actually, because of the white ferrule.
Okay.
You know, the billiard players, the three-cushion billiard players,
Yeah.
and the snooker players,
Uh-huh.
they carry their chalk with them the whole time. So if you put the chalk on the table, your opponent will come up to you and go, "This is yours." Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also pretty well known in Europe too. You know, they don't leave the chalk on the table. We only do it in America. We started doing that. I think it was probably because, you know, when pool halls started getting really popular, the houseman at the time probably, you know, it was probably like in the 20s or 30s. Customers keep going, "Yeah, you got any chalk? Got any chalk? Got any chalk?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got any chalk?
Yeah.
You got any chalk? You got any chalk?" All day, you know? Yeah, here you go, here you go, here you go. So I'm sure finally the smart houseman decides to put the chalk on the table in the morning before he.
Yep. We've had to do that at the during the Vegas matches at the Rio and at the Westgate for the APA. They would call me and and help out. They'd say, "Hey George, you want to take that wheelchair of yours and put chalk on all the tables
There
for
you
us?"
go. See, now that's so people get used to seeing chalk on the table when they show up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about providing service to your customers.
Yep. And
But
Jico can't help it if he's the fastest wheelchair around. So
so anyway, is that true? The rocket chair. Uh-oh. The worm turns here. Foch scratches.
which is
Damian was in trouble there. He played a risky kick shot, another kick shot. Did you see the speed at which he? So now. Oh, you don't know one? Okay, you just spotted it, so it's 0. Rewind. Damian's got 1. So anyway, the billiard player, you know, they're just smart. They just carry their chalk with them, man. They're responsible people.
hmm I keep extra chalk in my case wherever I go.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I hide my other box of chalk in the car.
But you know, back in the day when pool was a big part of the betting pools, that's why they end up calling it pool. Back in the day, 20s, 30s, when when pocket billiards were being played at the betting pools,
Uh-huh.
you get all kinds of crazy people coming off the street. No chalk, they just, you know, they need chalk, you know. Gambling, come to gamble at the betting pool,
Yep.
you know. I'll have to consult the billiard encyclopedia, see if there's anything on chalk, the chalk custom. Crack open my old. I've got a billiard encyclopedia. That thing's like 14 pounds.
Wow.
Nice shot, Damian. Very good. Back cut, safe cue ball and everything. Pocket speed. Went in very nicely.
Mm. Knowing and having your cue ball control really helps out in a game like this.
Yeah. Yep, that goes without saying, but you can say it all you want.
What was amazing to me when you went to go play your first match, Mark, who was here with me in the broadcast booth earlier, said that, you know, back east during pool tournaments, they referred to the cue ball as the rock, like learning how to control the rock. And I said that was the first time I heard of it.
Oh.
And then, so he said, well, what did they call the cue ball when you were coming up in pool? And I said, well, the term that I heard was learning how to control Whitey.
Oh, Whitey. Yeah.
And then so I said to the chat room that was listening earlier on, I said, let me make it very clear that I'm not a racist. It's just a term that they taught me coming up, controlling Whitey. If you don't know how to control Whitey, you're in trouble. And the chat room had a small laugh about that.
It's funny. You know what Jimmy Mattia calls the cue ball?
What does he call it? I'm curious.
I'll ask the chat room. Chat room. Anybody know what Jimmy Mattia calls the cue ball? I know we got a few people out there that know. If I don't hear from you guys in a minute or so, I'll tell you, Jico.
Okay.
So I think we're going to impose the Martin rule soon. There are already 4 balls in the kitchen. Jesse Andrews says The Rock. No, we already covered that. It's not called The Rock. Jimmy Mattia doesn't call it The Rock. That's right, Magyar 19. The snowball. If you can't control the snowball, you might as well be in diapers.
He calls it the snowball.
The snowball. You got to control that snowball. Jimmy Mattia. Wishing you the best out there, my man. I got to give you a call. He calls it his ex-wife. Come on now. Ong Jia says we used to call it the rock or the onion. Interesting. Fach scores. The onion. Gotta love Jimmy Mattia.
Now that's a new one. I never heard of the onion, the cue ball being referred to as
the onion.
Yeah, it's the onion. Yeah.
I'll say hi to Timur Ansari. He was very generous. Gave me a donation recently. I hope you guys have been enjoying the recent POV unreleased matches that I've been dubbing and putting up on YouTube for you. Timur Ansari was one of the players in those videos, and while I was dubbing his match, he ended up messaging me on Facebook to say hi and hey man, I've always wanted to know how to donate to you, and I said this is crazy. I'm actually commentating your match with Ruslan Chinnikov right now, and and he got a laugh out of that, and he made a very generous little donation to me. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Timur. Everything helps, man. Everything helps. And you know what? We all need help too. Gosh, it's crazy times, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I mean, if it's not financial, it's spiritual, emotional.
Mm-hmm.
We all need. So we're all sick in some kind of way. It's
And
okay. I'll speak for myself. I am. I'm sick in some kind of way.
well, you know what? I'm very thankful that when I come here to watch the pool tournament and be part of POVPOol, this is like therapy for me. It gets me out of the house and allows me to interact with you and
That's good.
some of the people here. And you know, without POVPOol, I could not, be myself. And I like to watch past matches where you and I have actually worked together.
Mm. Good. Good. That's what I do this for the players too. The players get to watch and they get to see what they're doing. How they can improve their games, and we try to provide them with as much constructive criticism as possible. Sometimes we go off a little bit. We go off on the deep end, but that's live broadcasting, folks. And if it's not for you, then I'm sorry.
Yep.
All right, so look at this. Look at this. Ooh, he saw a line to play a very good safety, and unfortunately,
The Martin rule.
yeah, Martin. Well, yeah, but the 6 ball, he's out of line. He wanted to bury him behind the 6, but now Damian has a shot on the 6. Whether or not he takes it on, I think he will, because that's the caliber of player. When you're playing a guy like Fach, you got to go for it when you got a chance, and vice versa too. Fach likes to go for it too, especially because he knows Damian. He knows Damian. Damian's fumbled a couple times here. I don't know how hard Damian was actually trying to make that ball, because he knows that by doubling up those 2 balls right there, he's kind of putting a little bit of pressure on Fach to do something. He's putting him on the defensive. So I don't think Fach is going to go for. Oh yeah, he is going to go for his hole, but he's going to shoot the 3. This could come back to haunt him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And now Damian has a choice here. He can bank the 3 back. This is a pretty typical spin bank that we see in one pocket. It looks harder than it is, but if you know how to shoot the shot, it's a lot easier than it looks.
Yes.
Well, Damian got away with it because he hit the 9 and didn't really give Fach anything to shoot at, other than now he has to try to dig out this 3 ball or play something else where. Okay, he's gonna bank the 6 and bring the cue ball over by the 8.
Mm-hmm.
You learn a little something?
Yeah, the thing that I like about One Pocket and listening to past broadcasts that you've done, it gives me a chance to look over and sometimes analyze um, stuff that I might need to work on.
In your game?
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
to become a better player. And A lot of people have been asking me, when am I going to get involved in the one pocket tournament?
Yeah.
And, just between you and me and some of the other viewers, I don't feel that my game's strong enough yet to get out there for the money
Okay.
until I get to where I feel comfortable.
Totally understandable. Totally understandable. I mean, we don't have it down here, but up in the Bay Area, at California Billiards, they have a one pocket league,
Hmm.
and it's handicapped. So, like, you know, you could be playing one pocket based on your skill level
Hmm.
in the Bay Area at California Billiards, but we don't have that down here. We don't have a one pocket league. Hint, hint. Any of you entrepreneurs in the pool world want to start a handicap one pocket league? You could even tie it into the one pocket league that is already established at California Billiards in Northern California. Anybody wants to find out about that, let me know. Then you could start playing the one pocket a little, right?
Hmm.
If you get like say 10-5 against Damian, you wouldn't be scared of that match, would you?
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, there you go.
Because I'd have to make five and he had to make 10.
Exactly. Exactamundo. I've got some kind of a. Is that the phone? My phone doing that? I've got a little static interference. Sorry about that, guys.
It's not as hot in here like it usually is.
I don't think Damian hit the three ball, so that'd be a foul.
Hmm.
Not as hot. Well, it's October.
Well, because Catfish also told me earlier before we went on the air that sometimes the weather and the humidity affects how the table is played.
It's true. It's true. Little takeout operation there by Fach. Played very well. You got to learn to control your ex-wife.
Who said that?
It's Jimmy Mattia, man. He calls
Okay.
the cue ball his ex-wife.
But who called it the snowball?
That's Jimmy. I'm joking. That's
Okay.
a joke. That's what somebody said, and that's what Brain in the Box said. When I asked everybody what does Jimmy call the cue ball, Brain in the Box says his ex-wife. I gotta learn to control my ex-wife. You gotta watch out for the ex-wife. She's coming around the table. You don't want to be caught between the ex-wife and a difficult shot. So it's 1-1 here. And it's 1-0 Fach. Fach has to. He wants to remove the six ball somehow, but he may actually have to just go up table. He's doubling up the 1 and the 5, but I don't know if he got there. Someone asked earlier if so. Cujo 351 says. Someone asked if it was a Revo shaft, and he says it looks like a carbon fiber Mucci shaft going off the appearance of the joint. And you know what? You could be right, but no, I think you're wrong actually, because he has a little extension in between his joint and the shaft. He's using an extension that he made. It's a Q-Tech. I'll ask him, Cujo. So that's a foul, and Fach pays up. I don't think he's going to want to answer any questions anytime soon after doing that. So I'll wait. Timing is everything.
Yes. Yes, sir, it is.
Yeah. Hey, is that a Mucci shaft you got there? You don't want to take anybody off their game.
No, you don't. I thought it was a Revo too.
Ronnie, you still in? Still in? Hey, everybody, this is Ronnie from the Bay Area. Looking for action. Looking for action plays about as good as me. And you know I'm a donkey. All right? We'll take a couple balls for a couple dollars. I know Ronnie. Ronnie wants to play. Visiting from Oakland. What's up, Henry? You know they can't play in Oakland.
Yeah. Just trying to hook up my boy Ronnie Rodas over here. Came out from Oakland to support the tournament. I'm sure he's here on other business. I haven't had a chance to really chat with him and talk to him much. I played him out at California Billiards. By the way, POVPOOL's 8th anniversary tournament's coming up. December 13th through 15th. POVPOOL turns 8 years old.
And where are you having it?
California Billiards. California Billiards in Fremont. Did Damian scratch? I think he did, didn't he?
I'd have to look at the.
Yeah, I think he did. Facho making a comeback.
If I'm in town, I'd love to support your 8-year anniversary.
Hey, you could just watch the live stream. It'll be a free stream. It'll be 500 added 9-ball on Friday night. It'll be a 500 added mini. And then it'll be 2,000 added 1 pocket on Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, no green fees. No green fees. It's all for you guys. Thanks to Chris Swart, California Billiards, for supporting POVPOOL and supporting the pool players up in Fremont, California. Hey, somebody, that's a Q-Tech, right? Is that a Q-Tech, that shaft? Huh? Oh, is it? Okay. All right, we're both wrong. It's a Predator shaft. He put a white ferrule on it. He wasn't really happy to answer that question either. He put his own spin on the Predator Revo, white ferrule. You know, he can do that. He builds cues, so you know he has the resources to do that. And a lot of players, they like to have that white ferrule for sighting reasons, right?
And it makes it easy to identify, so that if you go places and forget it somewhere, at least you could identify it that way. You know
The Revo with the white ferrule. Hey, that's a good point. I didn't think about that.
I do that with a lot of my cues, including my Sneaky Pete.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I lost a sneaky Pete like that. Somebody thought it was a house cue. That was a creative shot. Fach forced the 15 over and tapped the 5 to his hole as well. He didn't get the coverage he wanted to, but was the idea was there. It was a good shot. Well, I don't think we're going to see Fach play for this 4 ball. But you might see him shoot at the 1. He's looking at the 9. Suppose he thinks he can bring the cue ball behind the 14 or... or something. I don't know what he's... Maybe the cue ball behind the 13 using follow. Yeah. Oh, that's gonna hurt. That is gonna hurt.
This is one of my...
Hey, easy now. I can't be looking at that. I'm a married man. What you doing? Put that away. That's your new girlfriend?
And this is one of my wheelchair models that I work with.
Oh, really? No.
She just got done doing a low budget movie.
I don't want to know about those low budget movies, bro. I don't want to know about those low budget movies. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. You don't need to be saying that on my show. Oh, man. That's a whole genre right there. Wheelchair model, low budget movie.
Yeah.
That's a new genre I never heard of.
She wrote it and produced it herself.
You know what? Give her a shout out. Go ahead. Give her a shout out.
To my good friend Tamara Mena, and if you're listening, POVPOOL just wants to give you a shout out, and I hope you have a good time in Modesto, California.
There you go. What's the name of the movie?
It's called The Queen. And
Can it be watched?
yes,
yet?
it can.
Where?
On Facebook and YouTube.
Okay. So what? The Queen with what? What's her name?
Her name is Tamara Mena. In Spanish, we call it La Reina.
Marena. Marena?
La Reina, the
La
Queen.
Reina. Tamara Lorena. Tamara the Queen? Is that it? Tamara the Queen?
Tamara Mena La Reina.
Let me see this. Let me see. Show me the title. I'm not.
I-
This is not coming.
I
up.
will.
3, 6, 9, 10. Lost the ball count now. Trying to help out my boy over here, Chico. Catch a new girlfriend. Give his new girlfriend a shout out. Right? Mena. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. I found it.
That's it right there.
It's a minute and 53 seconds.
Yep.
Right on. All right. I'll leave you guys the link in the chat room. I'll watch it later. I can't watch anything right now. No rail, no rail. Fach's got to pay the piper.
Have you ever played against Fach?
Yes, I have. Several times. You know, more than a handful, I think. 9 ball and 1 pocket. He's tough, man. He's tough. I think he beats me like 80, 90% of the time. I don't know. I've beat him a couple times, but I don't know how many. You think I would because, you know, it would be like a huge thing in my life, you know, to beat Fach GARCIA, but I don't know.
I've had some real good matches over the years.
Yeah, yeah, that's what makes pool so addictive, doesn't it?
And one of my favorite matches was when I played against Stefan Reyes at the Challenger Champions in Vegas 7 years ago.
Nice.
They had a night where you could challenge the pro, and I chose Stefan Reyes.
Mark Nocera, he makes a comment right now. He says, "Is it just me or is Damian shooting the wrong shot a lot of the time? His shot selection has me shaking my head." You know,
That's a good question.
that's what makes this game so hard. Is you need patience. You need to be patient. And you know, this may not be his day to feel patient. He may not, you know, be feeling it. Plus, I can tell you this: he expects more from his execution than he does most of the time. And if he's playing what looks like the wrong shot, it's because he feels like he can execute it correctly. But he's just kind of fumbling today. Looks like he's struggling. Outside of that, I really can't make any excuses for him. You know, I mean, it's him. It's his game. Like, that's definitely the wrong shot. You know. He's not feeling it. You know, he has been out of town for like the last 3 weeks. Hasn't been playing much.
Looks like he owed a ball on it.
These 2 balls down at the bottom, they look dead. The 6 and the 1.
I don't know if you can see a close-up of that, but does it look like they're touching, or is it just from where I'm viewing it?
They probably aren't dead. Whoa, look at that. I think it was kind of dead. Fach played kind of a fancy shot to get both. Yeah, you know, he just smiled at me. It was a fancy shot just to get both balls to his side, but you know, looking at me like, you know, that looks good when it goes. That was a good kick by Damian. He wanted to cover the 6, and he did a good job doing it. The 6 doesn't, you know, it doesn't have tons of potential to Damian's hole because it's frozen to the rail at the bottom, and it's like over a diamond out, almost a diamond, yeah, just over a diamond out. Welcome back, Turbo Draw in the house. Our friend Mike from Montana. Long-time POV fan. Thank God that's carbon fiber, buddy. You almost broke the wall. Fach is over there. I'm gonna get it. Call security, man. Yeah, fucking breaking things now. Better settle down, sport. You want some coffee? Shout out to you, Turbo Draw. Just talking about Jimmy Mattia and the snowball.
You know, Dan, I didn't mention to you.
Huh? I know. I've never seen you go off like that. What's that?
You know, Dan, I didn't mention to you earlier, but I went to Tiger last week and met one of our faithful viewers from Canada who listens to us faithfully.
Ooh, that almost went in.
Who listens to us faithfully.
Who's that? Canadian?
I think he said his name was Tom, I think.
Okay.
And he recognized me right away, and he said, "You're the guy that they call Jico. You work with Dan from POVPOOL. I'm one of your loyal followers from Canada."
Cool. Today. Was it today or when was it?
It was last Wednesday when I went down to Tiger to see Tony.
Oh, Tom, Canadian Tom.
Yeah,
Can't say I only know
I'm
him.
trying to remember his last name, but I want to thank those that are watching from Canada and that are listening to us.
Shout out to you, Tom. Looks like Fach needs one ball to close out. Send Damian to the one-loss side. I think we still got almost half the field left. Maybe a little less than half the field. I hope less. It's already 7:30.
Yep.
Oh my God, he sold the farm here. 7, 4, 8 on the table. You need one, right? Yeah. Hey, does he still owe a ball? No? Okay. Woo! Damian, brother. Damian, by the way, he played really well last year in our 7th anniversary event. He came up north to play in the event. And he came in, I believe he came in 5th, 6th. If not, he came in 4th place. Damian also owns, co-owns a company called Jam Up Apparel with his business partner, Damian. There's 2 Damians that own this thing. It's kind of funny, the Damian and Damian.
Wow.
Damian shows up to the match, folks. That's a pretty good-looking snowball there. Trying to control his ex-wife. This is a good shot. And the breakout. Damian's, he's got to earn it here because it's a tall order to try to beat Fach at 7. balls. Plays the short side of the 10. He can play the 10 or the 8. That was a good shot. Nice little brush off on the 12, on the 2 ball there, but sometimes when you do the right thing, right things happen. He's going to roll his cue ball forward here, and if he makes this shot, he may take on the bank on the 8 ball. Look at this beautiful shot. Oh, he can bank the 15 now.
What was your best one-pocket championship match that you remember that you called?
That I called?
Yes.
I'd have to say Tony Chohan versus Francisco Bustamante playing for 15,000 in Las Vegas. Well, that's the most enjoyable one that I had that I called, that I was one of the commentators on. He underhit this ball, but it lands okay. I mean, there's a 2-rail kick here, which I actually like that shot. Oh, he did owe a ball, folks.
Wow.
He did owe a ball.
I didn't see where he scratched, though. I didn't know.
So you don't kick this now because there's a ball there. Now you just hit it away like Fach did, like a good pool player that he is. Did the right thing. Yeah, I thought I thought he owed a ball. Yeah. So you know how you're asking about the Martin rule?
Yes.
Yeah. Just playing with you. So if there was a 5th ball here, if there were the only 5 balls on the table, then you kind of have to worry about the Martin rule. You know? Wow.
Oh,
Fach
nice
Fach took a big old swing. He took a big old swing of that ball. Godfrey Daniels. Yeah, it turned a lot. Turned a lot. Anyway, yeah, if there were only 5 balls on the table, then you'd need to worry about it a little bit. Because, you know, you're going to constantly be putting a ball in play down table. All the time. If, you know, the Martin rule is played with only 5 balls in there. So that's kind of what Damian wanted to do, although he doesn't protect the 15 too much. I mean, Fach can make a mistake here. There's no doubt about it. Fach can make a mistake here.
You know, there was a question when you went for your one-side match earlier, and we didn't get a chance to answer the question, but I remember it based on the comments. Someone asked, will there be any high-stakes one-pocket action after the tournament?
Oh, no, probably not. Tonight, we had 30 players. I would imagine tonight will end fairly late. So, if there is, it won't be me covering it, that's for sure. Because I got to go home, get my eggplant parmesan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. See?
And I got to go get my spaghetti.
There you go.
With cheese,
Okay.
cheddar, and Parmesan mix.
Turbo Draw asks, what is the word on Johnny? What is the word on Johnny?
Johnny.
What is the word on Johnny? I'm trying to remember what this conversation is about. Oh, you're talking to Don Lundy. Sorry, man. Anyway, what's the word on Johnny, Don? Sorry about that, guy.
Archer or
Yeah, right. So here it is. Fach needs one ball, and like I said, when you only need one ball, you really only want to keep one ball in play. Fach is thinking like, can I bank this 8 ball and get away with with missing? Can I get away with it? I say no. Geraldine jumps in the chat room, says, you have to give me an hour's notice on the eggplant parmesan. Fine.
how you doing, my friend? It's good to see you.
Oh, no, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Turbo Draw said that Johnny's a friend of theirs who fell in a ditch and was paralyzed from the neck down. I'm really sorry to hear that.
Oh,
You know a little bit about being paralyzed. Well, you're not paralyzed, are you?
I was actually born with my disability, cerebral palsy.
Yeah, so you just have paralysis of your legs.
Yes.
Yeah. From like the thigh down?
Yeah,
You can
just
still-
from the legs
Can
down.
you still feel them?
Yes, I can.
Okay, right on.
That's what kept me away from.
Are you ticklish?
I am.
You don't have to laugh now. I'm not tickling you. But, yeah.
No, but I am.
Okay.
That's.
I mean, I don't want to know for personal reasons or nothing.
That's what kept me
Just-
away. We were actually working on getting my legs stronger so I can start walking and.
Yeah. So tell me the story about this. How are you going to get to walking again? There's some new technology. They're going to have a surgery, or what's the procedure here?
There's new technology out where they have braces that are controlled by your thinking, by your thoughts.
Oh, by brainwaves, you can control them with your yeah.
Yeah, they have a technology set up kind of like what RoboCop used in the movie.
Okay, so that's really cool. I think I heard something on the radio about that. Now, I thought this was only European technology
No, they have it.
or
here.
some Japanese technology.
They have it here in the U.S.
Do you know what it's called?
I don't know the name that they have it on the web, but it is out there. Did somebody win, or is there a break in the action for?
No, Fach GARCIA did win. I'm sorry, we were talking about your disability there. All right, so Fach takes it down 2-0, and honestly, lately Fach has been telling me like he's really tired and he's been sick, and so I'm actually happy to see him do well. Damian, I don't know what's going on. Maybe just the 3 weeks away from work. 3 weeks away working out of state. They didn't help his situation. So it's like Tang Ho. Is this winner's side? Yep. We got Tang Ho and Adam Keeler coming up. This should be a good one.